And after wasting more than a decade of his life obsessively hating all things President Trump, washed-up Democratic strategist, my old pal James Carville, has now discovered a much more pressing matter in his own front yard. Take a look.
These people are paternalistic, and it's a bunch of overeducated little white turds who think they know more than other people know, and they know what's wrong. And they're going to go and then you got, they're talking about indicting Netanyahu. And that the problem is you have a candidate, a DSA candidate in New York saying we should be against interracial dating. Let me tell you something. These people, and these are to all my black friends and people like me, they think they know more than you do. They think their history is more glorious than yours. They think that Lenin was a more glorious human being than Martin Luther King or Frederick Douglass. That's what they really think.
You gotta, where's this James been, by the way? Not a bad way to make a living. Just lay in bed, you know, record myself and probably gets paid for it. By the way, this far left movement that he's talking about is not new. It is the result of decade after decade of indoctrination by an anti-American college professors, this unholy alliance with Democrats and teachers unions, public schools, public museums, the media mob, legacy media mob, all preaching, you know, the oppressor versus the oppressed. And now this is the, well, predictable result. Take a look.
No more to Trumpism, but no more to the Democrats who compromise, who conciliate, and who betray us. No more to the Democrats who will collaborate and cooperate with the fascists, who will fund ICE, who will fund Israel, who will help poison the planet, who will stiff workers and help bosses. We don't need those Democrats anymore.
Hasan Piker, a lunatic, but loved by the radical left, including Democratic Senate candidates. He is treated like a celebrity in the Democratic Party, campaigning for Democrats all across the country, a country that he doesn't seem to be in love with, one that he blamed for the attack on 9/11/01. He has zero moral clarity when it comes to America, when it comes to Israel, when it comes to capitalism, and he thinks his hatred is righteous. And now he's endorsing Congresswoman AOC. We're a little ahead of the curve on this, who seems perfectly fine with communism. You decide.
Should some DSAers who have called themselves communist, like, educate themselves as to what
it's a free country. It's a free country. You've got people with all sorts of affiliations in this country, and the whole point is that we don't politically, persecute people. You can, you have a bona fide, like, all sorts of extreme groups. It's a free, you can hold whatever views you have in this country.
Communists, they're welcome, except it won't be a free country if the communists in the DSA are able to enact their radical, extreme, insane agenda. And all checks and balances, they will be gone. Your freedoms, they will evaporate. American citizens will be subject to international courts controlled by third world dictators and very woke Europeans that are losing their own continent. Now, this isn't based on what I think could happen. This is literally what the new base that controls the entire Democratic Party is vowing to do, and they're putting it all in writing. But according to ultra-wealthy socialist politician Bernie Sanders, we have to burn the entire system to the ground because some people make a lot of money while others do not. Interesting. This is the same guy that's a multi-millionaire that flies around with AOC in private jets and owns a lot of homes. Capitalism's been pretty good to communist Bernie. Take a look.
Why do you think Americans are flocking to these candidates? I mean, are they a liability for November?
No, I think if you have candidates who are standing up for the working class and explaining that there's something wrong when the billionaire class is getting richer and richer while so many Americans can't afford groceries, they can't afford housing, they can't afford health care. That's not the kind of economy the American people want.
I have a suggestion. Bernie, give them your money. Lead by example. See, the left, liberals, these communists, socialists, they're only generous with other people's money. Because decade after decade, every metric, the quality of life here in our country, the USA, and other capitalist countries, it has been improving across the board, every income group. It is quite literally the opposite in every country that has adopted socialism. So Bernie's love of communism, socialism, is not based on truth and results. It's based on envy and hatred. But he doesn't want to donate his money. And for the American way of life, a belief in confiscation of wealth. They get to steal the power, steal the money. They get to redistribute it. They get to create the voting base, and they get more powerful. And you lose your freedom. And by the way, they'll never fulfill the promises they're making. Now, he now wants to block future generations from achieving the American dream as he has. He's a multimillionaire. As President Trump put it, this is a losing mentality. Take a look.
We can't be hoodwinked. We can't be taken advantage of by people that say you're going to have a free home, you're going to get free rent, everything's going to be free. What they don't say is a year later, everything is going to end up in squalor, destruction, and death, and also death for our country. So we have to stop the threat of the communist rhetoric that you're hearing right now, because these people, they don't act. I'm very happy a poll came out. It said they're highly educated, but doing very poorly. In other words, they're losers.
All right, thanks for watching. Check out my new podcast, Hanging Out with me, Sean Hannity. The big interviews, the debates you won't get anywhere else. Like and subscribe for new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday.